Welcome to Galactic Grandmother Heart to Heart. My name is April, and my special returning guest today is Master Kawasha. Master Kawasha comes from a lineage of shaman in the Philippines, and we've previously recorded a video about her life and her lineage. You'll find it very interesting. I'm going to attach that video below this one. She lives in Hawaii, but she is visiting California right now, and I am so happy that we got a chance to catch up. Welcome, Kawasha.
Aloha, Galactic Grandmother April. Thank you for being here today and hosting me. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
How are you doing? What brings you to Southern California?
Well, Spirit calls me to help people around here, to activate people, to transmit this energy of our new earth, and to bring these evolutionary changes that's happening all over the world.
I've noticed from some posts on Facebook that you've been doing a lot of dancing, a lot of joyful movement. Is that something new for you?
No, this is one of the things that I do to help people activate because I do a lot of initiation and activation. So I do a lot of events here that some of them are for men and women, and some are just for women's circle everywhere. So I'm gathering people together so I can activate them and I can initiate them to their destiny where they need to be.
Sure. The last time that we spoke, you said that you had been over in Europe, and I'm not sure where that was, but you said that you got to meet some female masters. Can you talk about that experience?
Yeah, we have a regular meeting, like quarterly meeting for all the shamans and the masters and the avatars of our planet. So we go together and we ground and we anchor the new energy of this earth. So as you notice, there's a lot of solar flare. There's a lot of happening in our world. There's a lot of shift with our places. Some of the places are just flooded so heavily. Some places are fire. It's just so activated in that area so heavily. So there are so much happening in the world, and because of this energy, a lot of people are struggling. Their body is struggling. They're overwhelmed with stress. They don't know what they're going through. They're just not able to cope with it, and so that's why I'm here. Spirit sent me here so I can assist these people. So I have events all over the world. I have online and I have in person here in California as well.
Wonderful. Now, can you share which country you were at where you got together with the masters?
Well, I was in Italy, I was in Germany, and I was also in Turkey at that time.
Uh-huh. And you said that the female masters were quite old.
Oh yeah, they're like 200, 300 years old, but they look young.
Wonderful, wonderful. They must be running that good energy through them to keep them young and invigorated.
Yeah, we are very primordial. So it's the programming of our society that make us think that we are aging. It's not true because I look very young, but I'm very old.
Yes, you are beautiful, my dear. What would you like to speak to today in particular? What do you think that we need to hear today?
Well, I think it's very important that today's timeline is shifting really fast, and people just don't have any idea what they need to do and how they're gonna cope up with this energy. And some people so overwhelmed that they cannot even sleep. Some people are so overwhelmed that they're so stressed, and they're just what's happening is that the sun energy is just very intense. It happens for a reason, so it can activate people, so it can clear the path, purify the soul, purify the destiny of people so they can really tap into a full alignment of who they are. So that's what's happening in our planet.
I have noticed, and then I just got a call from a client this morning. She and her boyfriend, myself as well, we've all been having problems sleeping at night. And my inner guidance was saying it's these strong incoming energies that's just keeping us awake.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with that. That's why I help a lot of people because different portals are opening everywhere also. So this is very important that our energy is calibrated, and it's very important that you stay positive because our timelines start to split in different ones. There's like six timelines that we're working right now because we're creating the new Earth. So we have
Oh,
the mirror Earth. We call it the mirror Earth. Is one of the Earth that looks like Earth, and that timeline is you have to stay positive in order to be part of that. And so it needs to be calibrated, your DNA, your blueprint. That's why I do a lot of activation through movement. I activation through sound language, or we call this light language, or we call it spirit language, is a tone and vibration. So
mhm.
it's like when people they're in my presence because of what I do here, why I'm here, in just being in my energy, I transmit and activate people that way so they can calibrate their DNA, the dormant DNA that they have.
We're almost at the end of 2025, and you did do a lot of traveling. You said you'd been to Italy, and can you tell us all the places that you've traveled to this year?
Yeah, this year I went far in Egypt, I went to Germany, I went to Italy, I went to Turkey. These are the places that I went this year. And then, of course, I've been all over the USA. So
Mhm.
basically, these places we just ground this energy around here. And so it's very important that we calibrate also our DNA. Like eating right is very important. And as I said, to change the perception, because a lot of people habitually think of negative thinking or trauma or worries, and all this problem causes a lot of anxiety, causes a lot of brain fog. And the only way to help these people is to really tap into their higher self, to remember who they are. And that's why putting a lot of music, put a lot of activation songs, and do a lot of events here. So if they can come over here in Los Angeles area, in Zuladen, and it's in 4011 West Jefferson Boulevard in Los Angeles. I have events every Saturday here. So they can just check it out. I call it Cosmic Bless. And then I have also Women's Circle, and I call that one Women's Circle, different places. So I have it online, and also I have it in person. Here in Hotter, there's in Los Pardes, there's in the places in California, and there's some in Oregon. So they're different places. So people can choose to be in person or online.
How
Yeah.
can they find out your schedule? How can they get a hold of you?
I will send you all the links so you can have this link so these people that are struggling with this energy that is stressing people out, they can access to it.
Okay, so I'll put those links at the bottom of this video. How long are you going to be in California in the continental US before you return home to Hawaii?
Well, I'm thinking about maybe 3 to 4 months over here.
Oh,
It's my target, 3 to 4 months, and then I go back to Hawaii. I kind of miss Hawaii already, but
yeah.
but I'll just travel here and there, back and forth a little bit here. But I need to be here. I need to be here. A lot of people need me here, so that's why I'm here.
Let's go back to you mentioned it's very important about what we eat, our diet. Can you talk about that a little bit more?
Yes, this is part of the things that I do. I teach people how to eat right because our planet is becoming toxic. There's chemicals in the air.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's chemicals in the water. Even our water is so toxic. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's toxic, and so no wonder a lot of people's mindset is also toxic because everything is toxic. Now we just have to tap into the pure divine essence that we are. Meaning, we have to tap into the higher self so we can find food that is very good for us. It's always very important to before you eat, you always bless your food, change the vibration of your food because the toxicity is surrounding us. So if you remember the Masaru Emoto's experiment about water, it's the
Right.
same thing you do with your water. You bless your water, you bless your food, so the vibration shifted. And with the vibration shifted, your body also the vibration in your body shifted. And when you eat, you don't just don't eat. Do not eat when you're stressed because when you eat when you're stressed, your body's stressed out. It's very important. What you put in your mouth is in the highest vibration. So no
Mhm.
matter if you're eating it vegetable or you're eating meat, whatever that is that you choose to eat, you always change the vibration of that food, and that will help you to align yourself in the highest frequency. And
Yes.
it will help your energy. It will help your energy tremendously.
And so, besides diet, besides movement, how do people get the right mindset to be in the higher frequency?
Well, you have to understand everything is created. Everything is like we call it God or universe, right? So everything is particle of the creator.
Mhm.
All of us have God inside us, have the creator particle.
Right.
So if we look at everything, every single living things in our world as a particle of God, and we start to honor that, and then you change, you also look at it, the frequency, which frequency you want to be aligned with. So there's the devil is also part of God. So that's also God. So everything is God. So therefore, what kind of God do you wanna align and tune yourself? So if you wanna be the highest frequency and light and blissfulness and joyful, you have to align to the frequency that is very high. Meaning you have to be mindful what you think. You have to be mindful in how you say things. And you have to be mindful in the things that you do. You have to be embodying a full alignment of your divinity rather than
Mhm.
suffering. Suffering is also, that is because not the right way of perceiving things, right meaning to the, it's like putting a meaning to every situation that is incorrect, that makes you suffer, that
Right.
makes you have a lot of problem, that makes you doubt yourself. So these things are like your choice. You can choose to like, okay, will I choose to be grateful today? Will I choose, because we come here to learn, to grow, to expand our consciousness. We did not just come here to like suffer. We suffer because the way we think, we're test, like it's given to us as a test. Is this a school for our soul to evolve? So we come here, if it's a school, so whatever is given to us, we should learn to be grateful and thankful. Like, oh, I have this test, I have this situation, circumstances in my life is to test my soul to be better, to grow, and to be the highest version of me. But people complain, people angry, people blame the other people instead of looking at the situation. It's like I can learn something from this. And the moment you learn something faster, also, the moment you accept that this is just a lesson and learn it with joy, do it gracefully and joyfully, then the suffering will just dissipate. The suffering will no longer be because you look at it with gratefulness in your heart. So it's different when you are grateful. It
Right.
becomes, everything it has value when you are grateful.
And that's a very high frequency of being in gratitude, in love, integrity, honesty, being authentic.
Yeah, it's very important to be authentic to who we are, like how we are. Because don't be identified with our body, because our body, we have a lot of problem with our body. But if you start identifying with your essence, there's a soul and there's an essence. This is two different things. When you identify your essence, that's perfection. The soul sometimes have different fragments. So we have to
Mhm.
bring that back to ourselves so we can fully awaken our essence. It's very important. It's very important.
You have children, and have you noticed any issues that are coming up for humanity's children that we need to look at, be careful of, think about?
Yes, like it's not just observation through my children. I have friends that have children. The children nowadays is like they're beautiful. The new ones are really beautiful, but sometimes parents are not raising them well. They just new baby. They already give them laptop and electronics, so the brain is not developing properly. Instead of guiding them to the
Mhm.
right path, like give them something, like put them in the ground, let them experiment with their hands, just like the old ways. Be in
Right.
nature, not in the laptop, not in the iPad. It's like there is no interaction. So that's why a lot of children nowadays they cannot interact properly because there is not proper there's no connection, especially in our technology nowadays. There's a lot of advancement with the AI. The AI should be the one supporting us or serving us, not us serving the AI. So therefore, we have to learn also to work, utilize the AI to serve us, to help us, not so we can have more connection as a human interaction. We have more human interaction, and so this is important.
And you growing up with shaman in your family in the Philippines, I would imagine that nature and being in nature was a part of your upbringing that a lot of children nowadays are just not getting, like you're talking about, just not getting down in the dirt to play.
Yeah, like me growing up, we don't. I grew up in a community where we have regular meeting with all the family. There's so many families, so we eat together, we cook together. It's very common for us to have this gathering, and we talk in the fire. We do storytelling, we do dance, we do movement. We don't even have television. We don't have at that time growing up. We don't have television. We don't have electricity. We fetch our water to the spring. It's all fresh and yummy. Nowadays,
Mhm.
you bottle all the water, very toxic, more garbage. We wrap our food in banana leaves and in leaves and nature stuff. Here, we wrap everything in chemicals. So it's very different. So what I'm calling and calling everybody that is living on this planet to start thinking about connecting ourselves to nature, because once we connect ourselves to nature, we start to heal. The mammals, our brothers and sisters, our mammals are have been telling that because they have been the guardian of this earth, one of the guardian of this earth. They know a lot of these things. And so connection to the earth, connection to nature will really help us, especially this time where our it's amazing how humanity, they said, let's put a church, let's cut these trees and put a church in the, make a building out of it. But the church is outside in nature, under the tree. It's like that is real connection to God, not the building. The real connection is in nature. You are one with nature. When there's so much artificial things around you, you can never. It's like you are not in tune with who you are, and so that is why a lot of people are so exhausted. Too much electronics, too much Facebook time, too much TikTok time, too much whatever, social media, and it's controlling their life. They cannot even live without a phone. I do not sleep with my phone in my bedroom. I put it out because too much radiation is not helpful. It doesn't help with our DNA. It doesn't help with our blueprint. So if
Mhm.
you can minimize the use of the Wi-Fi, turn off your Wi-Fi at night and remove it from your phone away from you, that will help you activate more of your essence. Because this is what's happening. It's kind of like tampering our divine essence in a way because of what's happening right now. Because we are just basically programmed. So we have to bring into the highest expression of who we are. So connecting to nature helps us to remember how beautiful, how magical, how amazing life can be.
Mhm.
And so if you visit more nature, not more electronics, more nature is
Right.
the way to do this. And so that's why there's a lot of exhaustion because people do not go out anymore in nature.
And they don't get recharged by the sun. They don't put their bare feet on the ground. There's healing energy out in nature, which is great for our own energy bodies. Now, with you traveling to other countries, have you noticed any difference in the way the people from other countries are developing spiritually versus in the United States?
Well, mostly, okay, I grew up in Asia, in the Philippines. Our country is different. We gather and we have communities. So when I was in Turkey, I was in Egypt, there is still a community. Here in America, there's not much of a community. People
No.
get into spirituality is like half of their foot is inside, half of their foot are outside. It's not
Mhm.
going deeper. So they're like very shallow, superficial approach of spirituality or shallow spiritual approach to like for their being.
Mhm.
Very important. Like there's gonna be love happening in the world. There's gonna be a lot of like disasters that come because of the nature is being disregarded or out of balance. And so this is why we are creating community. It's important for us to really have that community, because when we have community, we can uplift each other and get support from each other instead of isolation. In America, it's so much isolation, and like other countries, there's that feeling of togetherness. There's feeling of caring. It's like the dogs and animals in Turkey. They're like animals of all the people in Turkey. Dogs and cats. Here it's so different. So like we have to bring that back, the sense of community, the sense of
Right.
being together and being authentically caring and connecting with each other, like face to face, not over the phone. Like I know we're using over the phone right now, but we have also communities where we can gather in person. That's the most important thing, because
Right.
yeah, it's important we have this real interaction.
And just checking up on your neighbors. I know it seems like most people don't even know their neighbors. They might know the person that's right next door or across the street, and that's about as far as it goes. You don't know anyone three houses down.
Well, we talk about that. It's funny to talk about, because yeah, even in Hawaii, you think that Hawaiian is like more community based, because it's different in a way, a little bit, but not much. I have to like go to my neighbors and you take my drum and just drumming and just say hi door to door. So that's why how they met me, because I went to their door and just drumming them, give them the gift of music, and then it's like I'm serenading every neighbor. I did that, and it was like so funny. Yeah, so this is what we're gonna do, is through music, through dance, through movement. We gather as a community. We bring that joy again in our life, and we have a sense of meaning and connection. That is very important to have that human interaction, human connection is very important at this time in our evolution.
Even when I grew up, my parents and all their neighbors on the street would have parties on the street, and all the kids would play, and the parents would barbecue and play games, and everyone knew each other. And so the adults helped look out for each other's children as well.
Now it's changing. Now we have
Yeah.
to get back. We have to. The people are so caught up in fear.
Mm-hmm.
So what's also happening? But when you have a sense of community where we know each other and there's authenticity and there's that balance, because there's a lot of distortion also. We have to really like bring that community where it's real care. It's real care.
Now, is there anything that we can do to avoid some of the natural disasters that might be coming?
Yeah, the natural disaster is we created it as part of our the human family. We cut so many trees,
Mm,
put so many cement in our. There's nowhere to soak the water from the rain, so that's why it gets flooded everywhere. And there's
mhm.
no place to hold the water, so it flash floods. So maybe start planting more trees. That's a start.
Yes.
And then maybe not to cement everything. You suffocate the earth. There's no place to breathe, and the water. There's no place to go. It's like it's
Mhm,
all clogged, and so that's why there's a lot of. It's just lots, and then people's emotion aff-
mhm,
affects our earth also. So this is why it's very important to practice being positive, being joyful, being happy, a sense of community, not isolation. Because our earth is a reflection of what's happening in our world as well,
mhm,
human world. As a humanity, our earth is a reflection of what's happening to our world. Too much toxicity in our emotions, then there's not a lot of flood. Too much anger, there's a lot of fire. So
mhm,
these are like we are all connected to these elements. So how are they gonna do that? Start by being in alignment with the highest divine vibration, and things will start changing. Because when you see things as God, then you start caring. You start planting the right way. Like you're not just hurting the environment. You're actually caring because you honor each other. You see each other as sacred. And so that is how we can heal.
Wow, you have given us such uplifting messages, some things to really think about and practice. And I really appreciate your time. I know you're busy, busy here in Los Angeles at the moment. And I will leave your information below this to contact you and find out about your upcoming events. Now, are you posting any of your events on Facebook or Instagram?
Posting it in Instagram and my ID. I'm still learning how to use this social media. I'm kind of behind you guys because I grew up without technology. Esther, I mean, April actually helped me last time for my YouTube because I'm not so good at it. Thank you,
And
April.
and you called me Esther last time. There must be some aspect of me that you relate to as Esther.
Queen Esther?
Uh, which Esther?
The story of Queen Esther. She's very powerful.
No, no, tell me.
Oh yeah, she's one of the queen that has no fear and she's very fearless and she just bring people together.
Oh, oh. Well, I relate. I relate. So I take that as a compliment. Oh, my dear, I just love seeing you. You always bring a smile to my face, and I hope that you will be enjoying your Thanksgiving. Is coming up next week, isn't it? Coming up here real soon.
I know it's cute that America celebrate at least Thanksgiving in 1 year. We should be Thanksgiving every day.
Yes, yes, so true. Well, I love you. Thank you so much for coming on. And I can't wait to see you again and get together. Let me know if you want to spread some more joy and messages on my channel.
Thank you so much, April. You're amazing. You're the best galactic grandmother ever.
I try.
Yes.
Okay. Mwah. Okay.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, April. Thank you, April. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
See you. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.